Welcome into WST Weekly. My name is Hrabchak. This is a show I bring to you every Monday morning, breaking down what happened in the Winnipeg summer sports scene over the past week. We got a lot to get to this week. The Bombers had a game at home, the Goldeyes had a long homestand, the Sea Bears season came to an end, and much more. Let's break it all down, starting with the Bombers' impressive performance on Thursday night at home. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers played their best game of the season in front of 31,500 people at Princess Auto Stadium. A gorgeous night for the Bombers to defeat the Lions 25-0. And there are so many stats from this game to show just how dominant the Bombers were. But the ones behind me here, the net yards, 430 for Winnipeg to 102 for the BC Lions. The best offense in the CFL, the BC Lions, held to just 102 yards, 0 points, 4 first downs, and they turned the ball over twice. A masterclass from Jordan Younger and the Bombers defensive unit on Thursday night. It's hard to explain just how dominant the defense was for the Blue Bombers on Thursday night, but BC, 29 points per game coming into this one. They were coming off of their bye week and a tough loss the week before to the Calgary Stampeders, a team that they definitely should have beat. So they're rested, they're motivated, and then they come to Winnipeg and get 4 first downs, 0 points, 102 net yards. What a performance from the Bombers, and the offense backed them up as well. 430 net yards. The week before in Toronto, the Bombers had over 400 yards as well, but kept putting the ball on the ground. Only 1 turnover in this game, and it came on downs. They didn't even throw a pick. They didn't fumble the ball. That was a huge key to winning this game for the Blue Bombers, and they did just that. 20 first downs and 4 sacks from the defensive line as well, supplementing the great secondary performance on Thursday. The Bombers offense kept themselves in second and manageable all night long, and when you have Brady Oliveira and Chris Streveler, they're going to get those yards. Lucky Whitehead made his re-debut for the Bombers at 32 years old. He looked great. 6 catches and a touchdown in the first half to give the Bombers a 13-0 lead at the time. And Sergio Castillo, when the Bombers were unable to finish off their drives offensively, he was hitting monster field goals. He hit another 60-yarder, tying the franchise record that he set a few weeks ago. Sergio Castillo continues to be one of the Bombers' best players this season, nailing field goals from super far out. And the Bombers offense, 41 minutes and 52 seconds of time of possession. The defense obviously had something to do with that, forcing all the 2 and outs from BC, but the offense kept the ball rolling. Brady Oliveira with another great game, 17 carries and 100 yards for him on the ground. They kept the ball, kept it out of BC's hands, and when the defense did get out there, they did a fantastic job. An all-around great performance for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers on Thursday night. And if you were at Princess Auto Stadium, you may have seen this already, but I was actually awarded with the 2024 Bob Irving Scholarship. It was a really nice moment. I got to go on the field, got to be on the scoreboard, as you can see there, and accept the award alongside the legend, Bob Irving himself. This is an incredible moment. Thank you once again to Bob Irving and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers for not only awarding me with the scholarship, but making this moment so special. Now let's quickly run through the Winnipeg Jets news of the week. Now it is August. This is typically the quietest part of the offseason, so there's not much to pull from here. But Frank Saravalli earlier in the week said that he believed the Jets offered Rutger McGroarty, Cole Perfetti, and a draft pick for Marty Necas, who later re-signed with the Carolina Hurricanes. Scott Billeck later in the week reported that Carolina wanted Perfetti, but the Jets weren't willing to include him in a deal. So a lot of information being discussed there, but it looks as though the Jets and the Hurricanes were in talks for a Marty Necas deal. Cole Perfetti's name was asked for from the Canes side of things. The Jets refused to trade him for that, and Necas ended up signing in Carolina anyways. But that kind of dominated Winnipeg Sports Talk Daily this week, getting people's thoughts. Go check out those conversations if you haven't already. Number 2, the Winnipeg Jets and Manitoba Moose coaches were in Winnipeg over the past week, holding a coaches summit. A lot of topics on the docket. Go check out Mike McIntyre's conversation if you want more information about that. But Scott Arniel at his introductory press conference mentioned how they would do an analytics summit and are looking to incorporate more analytics in the organization going forward. Maybe that is one thing that they really focused on over the past week at the coaches summit. And these last 2 topics, still the same from last week. Cole Perfetti is still unsigned. He's a restricted free agent. He's not going anywhere, but the Jets do need to sign him. Training camp starts in about a month and a couple of weeks, so they're going to want to get that deal done sooner rather than later. The Jets currently have $5.8 million in cap space to work with on a deal for Perfetti. Number 4, part 2 of my prospect rankings list is coming out this week. I'm ranking the top 10 Winnipeg Jets prospects. I already did 10 through 6. Go check that out on the YouTube channel if you haven't already. This week, I'm going to be dropping the top 5, ranking the Jets prospects 5 through 1. My top 5 Winnipeg Jets prospects. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Coming out later this week. The Winnipeg Goldeyes are in the middle of a monster homestand right now. They just had a 3-game series against the Kansas City Monarchs, and right now at the time of this recording, they're in the middle of a 4-game series against the Sioux Falls Canaries, the top 2 teams in the West Division. The Canaries have taken 2 out of the first 3 games, and there's another game Monday at 4 o'clock. If you're looking to end off the long weekend right, head down to Blue Cross Park for that one. But the series against the Monarchs, 4-3 the first game, the loss, 5-2 win, and then an 8-2 loss. They lost that series. And then the Canaries, they bounced back, started the series great with an 8-2 win on Friday night. It was fireworks night, a great vibe with tons of people at the ballpark. And then the Goldeyes dropped the last 2 games, giving up 6 runs in each, 6-2 and 6-5. They'll look to even up the series and call it a split on Monday at 4 o'clock. Grab your tickets at goldeyes.com/tickets. And the last team we're going to talk about, we can say bye to them for the summer, the Winnipeg Sea Bears. Their season unfortunately came to an end on August 2nd against the Calgary Surge. This was a playoff game on the road, came down to next point wins, as Sea Bears games often do in the CEBL, and they came out on the wrong side of it, dropping this one 84-82. As you can see with the stats behind me, they got killed on the glass. The rebounds 54-39 in favor of Calgary. That had been a problem all season long for the Sea Bears. And with the loss of David Muenkat for this game, who got recalled to another team, he was easily one of the Sea Bears' best rebounders. Without him, it was going to be tough, and they got killed on the glass. Still made it close, fought right to the very end, but the Sea Bears, their season wraps up, and they are done after an 84-82 loss to the Calgary Surge. We still need to hand out the 3 stars of the week, but before we do that, hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss videos like this in the future. We got a lot of great content coming to the channel in the month of August. Most notably, like I just said, my top 5 Winnipeg Jets prospects. That'll be coming out this week. Stay tuned for that, the notification bell, so you don't miss it. Let's get into the 3 stars of the week. My 3rd star of the week, he's becoming a regular on this show, Brady Oliveira. 21 total touches for him, 17 carries and 4 catches, and as you can see, hit the century mark with the rushing yards. He had 100, 42 receiving yards. He's becoming more of a threat in the passing game as well, and I think that's really helped the Bombers stay on schedule on first down and on second down, on third down, whatever the case may be. Brady Oliveira is fighting for those extra yards, 5.9 yards per carry. Another dominant game from the reigning MOC. Brady Oliveira, a great game on Thursday night against the BC Lions. My 2nd star of the week is Goldeyes outfielder Miles Symington. He is on an absolute tear recently. He has 8 hits in his last 3 games, and as you can see, his batting average just continues to climb. 322, it's one of the highest on the team, 5 home runs and 46 RBIs. That leads the Goldeyes. 383 on base percentage and 93 hits. He had 2 doubles in the 6-5 loss on Sunday for the Goldeyes, and he continues to be one of the best bats in the middle of the lineup. A great defender, a great runner. Miles Symington does it all. He's my 2nd star of the week on WST Weekly. And my 1st star of the week is Bombers defensive coordinator Jordan Younger. If you hold the best offense in the CFL to 102 yards, 4 first downs, 0 points, and your defense has 4 sacks, you put together a hell of a game plan. So Jordan Younger, he's my 1st star of the week. I could have given this spot to tons of players on the Bombers defense, but why not give it to the guy running the show? Jordan Younger, my 1st star of the week, as the Bombers defense dominates BC on Thursday night. And here it is, the upcoming sports schedule for here in Winnipeg and abroad. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, they are on their bye week. They'll be back against BC in BC on August 18th. Not sure if the Lions will have Vernon Adams for that one, who is week to week after being injured in the game against Winnipeg on Thursday. We'll see. Have to stay glued to the injury report for that one. The Goldeyes, they'll wrap up their homestand Monday at 4 o'clock against the Sioux Falls Canaries. Tickets still available, goldeyes.com/tickets. You can go check them out, and then they are going to hit the road for a couple weeks. So your last chance to catch the Goldeyes this Monday at 4 o'clock. And over in Paris, the 2024 Olympics continue. Summer McIntosh continues to impress. She's got 3 gold medals, which is the most for a Canadian athlete in any single Olympics, summer or winter, ever. And she's just 17 years old, absolutely dominating the pool. She's been so much fun to watch. There are so many other sports that are a joy to watch. If you're not watching, turn on the TV. Usually early in the morning with the time change, and the Paris 2024 Olympics continue for our Canadian athletes. Lastly, Valor FC, they're coming off a 2-1 win at home. They're home for a few more games here, so if you want to check them out, go check out their website, catch a soccer game down at Princess Auto Stadium. Lastly, Assiniboia Downs racing continues Monday through Wednesday. Monday is the Manitoba Derby, a big race happening there at the Downs. Go check them out if you haven't already. that's going to do it for this edition of WST Weekly. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss videos like this every single Monday morning. I'm dropping my top 5 Winnipeg Jets prospects this week. You're not going to want to miss that either. Stay on the lookout, enjoy the games this week, have a great week everyone, and I'll see you next Monday.